Have you guys heard what happened when Jim Farron and Mark Pritchard approached Chet about the idea of doing this whole convention? And Chet said, well, I don't know, you know, I had a fan club a while, and I guess I'm not sure I want to do that again. And they said, oh, no, this is for folks who want to learn how to play. Oh, well, I guess we could do that. So it was like he flipped around real quick, but the idea was that we're players. Certainly we admire each other's efforts, and we occasionally get an autograph, you know, but the idea is to share the music and make sure it's handed on to the next generation. So in that spirit, it's stunning how many times I've showed up here and learned something that I wouldn't have known otherwise, you know. There's a tune I wrote and forgot, and I remember when I wrote it. You know, you remember when in the Tiananmen Square, when the Chinese students squared off in the tanks, and for what, a week, 10 days, whatever, and so everything on TV. So while I was watching that TV, I wrote this tune, and I called it Subtle Blossom. And the idea of the subtle blossom is a fragile, delicate thing, which is exactly, you know, what we were witnessing at that point. And so I wrote it, and I put it in the Fingerstyle Quarterly, and then I forgot it and moved on. And I came back here. Excuse me. Is there somebody who has some water? Maybe could help me out there. Much better. Now I can sound like Bresh, digital TV.
May he rest in peace.
So I came to the convention, and this is probably 6 or 7 years after I wrote Subtle Blossom, and Rick Allred was playing it, and I thought, that's not bad, I should learn that. And I didn't, and then I came back, and now Tina Simpson has worked up string arrangements for Subtle Blossom, and they're playing it, and I thought, you know, I really should learn that. So, but it's interesting to me that I kind of did something, and that it's made the rounds, and it comes back as something I want to do. The other thing that's like that is Chet's tune Happy Again, where I was going to go to France for Marcel's guys, and they asked Chet to come, but he had been the year before, and he didn't feel like getting on an airplane, so I said, well, give me a tune that I can take over there as a gift, you know, from you. And he said, well, I got one I wrote last night, and it was Happy Again. So I go over there and I play Happy Again, and I tell him Chet sent this tune he's just written. And you know, Bresh, he got the camera out right away and learned it from that videotape. And I think another 2 years go by, and Chet and Bresh and 2 or 3 people are doing a Merle Travis tribute. Some guys are all in the studio together. And there's that little quiet moment, and Bresh starts playing Happy Again. And Chet says, well, where'd you learn that? And you know Bresh, he says, well, I wrote it. And, oh, the hell you did. Well, do it again and send me a cassette. I want to learn it. I like the way you're doing it. So evidently, the tune that was new, he kind of showed me how to play it. And just like me with Subtle Blossom, he just didn't play it for a while. And by the time he heard it again, it had been Breshified a little bit, you know. Then he lost the cassette. So he asked Bresh to do it again. And he somehow misplaced that one in the office and asked Bresh to do it a third time. So we finally learned it back from Bresh, and then he told Bresh, he says, I didn't really lose those cassettes. I just wanted to hear what else you would do with it. And the thing is, all of that stuff is so Bresh and so Chet, you know, and it's really what our whole community is like. The fact that a tune would exist, get passed around, come back, you know, get modified. So this is Subtle Blossom, a la Rick Allred and the Endless Rose Strings. I move the mic.
You're my hero. Michael.